Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ruth Adewale. I film my life as a Nigerian living in Sweden. If you want to get the gist and my life, looking at Sweden through my eyes and hearing gist about Sweden, trust me, you're at the right place. And welcome, Happy New Year. This is my first video of the year, so Happy New Year. Good night or to my Swedish subscribers. Happy New Year to my Nigerian subscribers and every other subscriber. Happy New Year. And yeah, let's get right into it. Thank you guys for making 2024 an amazing year. I do hope that 2025 is going to be a blast. From the title of the video, you already know what we are going to be talking about, right? So currently, to get citizenship in Sweden, you have to have spent 5 years in Sweden. Then you apply for citizenship and you get it. If you meet the requirements, you get it and all that. As at the moment, the requirements are not really like super like difficult to meet. Spent 5 years, like you must have been a good citizen, working of course, and yes, you apply. And I don't know how the wait time, but yeah, that's basically it, right? But now they are going to be making the process even tougher. I don't know if I would say it's part of the plans to kind of like curb immigration or something, or I really don't know. But I watched, I listened to I think the Minister for Immigration or something like that. He was speaking to the fact that to gain Swedish citizenship is so easy, like 5 years, and it doesn't even require you to know the language. He was saying that you can gain Swedish citizenship without knowing a word of Swedish, and he found that quite unacceptable. So they are trying to like put tougher measures in place in terms of getting citizenship in Sweden. So how many years have they added to the 5 years now? So they're planning, not like they've added it, they're in talks, they're planning to increase it to 8 years. Yeah. So if you're coming to Sweden, or if you're in Sweden, just bear it in mind that if it goes through, right, it's still in the works rather. If it goes through, that means you have to have lived in Sweden for 8 years before you can apply for citizenship. And that's not all. They didn't just increase the time. They also added the language requirement. Before now, whether you could speak Swedish or not, you would not that wouldn't be a problem. You could attain citizenship. But now they're trying to add the language requirement that you must be able to speak Swedish, and I guess you must be able to speak Swedish before you can become a citizen. Well, which to be honest, I see where they're coming from. I get it. That's the truth. That's the absolute truth. And if I would give it to them, they've tried to put things in place for people to actually like learn the language. Like the language school is free. They have the online version, and like it's like they've tried in that sense, right? But the truth is, learning a second language is not a walk in the park. That's the truth, especially for people that are already working. For like people that are looking for jobs, language requirement is a big deal here. Like especially when you're not in the tech space, like when you're not in the tech industry, language requirement is a big deal. So because of the job situation, it incentivizes people to like try to learn the language, right? But for people who are already working and all that, it's really kind of like, it's not because they don't want to. Where's the time and stuff like that? You have family, you have work, and you want to start going for classes. It's quite difficult for people to, especially like the working class who are like immigrants. It's quite difficult for them to like have that time to learn the language. But the truth is, I get it, right? It's just that so if it passes through, you now have to wait for 3 extra years. And they're also not just going to stop there. Another criterion they're going to add is to like pass like your knowledge of Swedish. Like you have to pass that. Like you have to know about Sweden, their history, culture, and stuff like that. Which the truth is, I think it's it may be biting in that sense for people that are immigrants and stuff like that. It may, but I get where they are coming from. To be honest, I do get it. It's just that, well, it's now it's going to take a longer time to do, and yeah, if of course that's that's basically it. Do I like it? Do I not like it? I don't think anybody likes it. Anybody that is an immigrant, I don't think, oh, let them add more strict, let them add stricter rules. Oh, we love it. I don't think anybody likes it. But do I understand it? Of course I do understand it. That's it. So for those, and there's another thing again that they said, for those that maybe have committed crime and all that, it's going to even take longer for them to get citizenship. Then for those that came in as refugees, theirs is going to be shorter. I think it's going to be 1 year shorter, if I'm not mistaken. I think here in Sweden they kind of prioritize refugees, which again is kind of understandable. Like the way someone explained to me, people are coming from, like, they can't really go back to where they're, like, their home state. So any like they try as much as possible to make the society welcoming and comfortable for them, which is also understandable. So the long and short of this is that if this works, getting citizenship in Sweden is going to take 8 years, and you are going to be required to learn the language, know the history, know the culture. Practically, I guess they're trying to make it like that so that people can integrate more into the society, so that you're not in a place and you don't really know anything about the place. You're just in your circle and stuff like that, which it can happen, to be honest. Look at the overall picture. It is very important to integrate into the society that you are going to be living for a very long time. Some people have been here 10 years, 20 years. Some people have been here for so long that, so it is so important to actually like feel like you're, and again, it's not just like you are helping the society, you're also helping yourself to feel a part, to feel like you belong to the society. So what am I saying in essence? Even without the requirements about language and stuff, it's good to learn the language. It's good to feel among the people, and yeah, it's good to also know about the culture, the history, and stuff like that. Is it a good thing? Generally, yes. But do I like the fact that it might get longer to get citizenship? I don't think anybody would like it. But that is what it is, and I totally understand where they're coming from. So yeah, so that's the news that we heard this year. Okay, so basically, how does the process of citizenship work? If you are in Sweden for the purpose that is outside schooling, like maybe you have a work permit, you would first get like maybe like 2 years work permit. Then after that, you renew it again another 2 years. Then after that 2 years, you cannot apply for PR, that's permanent residency. And after that, then you cannot apply for citizenship. But in all, you must have lived in Sweden for 5 years before you can even think of applying for citizenship. So so that's how it is right now. Goes into law, then the process would be longer. Yeah, Sweden is a beautiful country. It's an amazing country. Of course, it has its challenges, especially for us as immigrants. But overall, it's an amazing country. And but it's good to know these things before you either think of coming or you think of staying, in that sense. So you know these things now. Don't just come to a country that you don't know anything about. And when you come, you're like, is this how it is, and stuff like that. So I think that's why this channel is super important. And yeah. Enough said. So yeah, that's basically it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Like, do you agree with the Swedish government? How do you see it as an immigrant in Sweden? How do you see it as a Nigerian living in Sweden? Because we kind of like have a good community of people here in Sweden, right? How do you see it? Like, how is it? How are you feeling it in your body? And if you are a Swede, kindly comment below. Like, do you think it's a commendable thing? Do you think it will help people integrate better, or do you think it will like push people away? Like, I think the process is just too hard. Let me know your comment section. Of course, it has its pros and its cons, because people might look at the process and be like, okay, I think I need to get to another country that the process is easier. and stuff like that. But in total, I think overall it's not a bad thing. Yeah, it's not a bad thing. So that's it for today. Until I come your way next time, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the subscribe button, and comment down below.